Very good evening, friends. Meeting again in the session of Materia Medica after a gap. And today we're going to learn one more remedy from the conifery, that is the Abies Nigra. Earlier lecture, we have discussed a lot about the Abies canadensis, where GI features were marked. Both the remedies, the GI features are very much marked. Today I will going to share one case. It was interesting case. It has nearly about in 1995. I have treated this case with the help of this remedy. A old person who was brought to me, who was around 65, 66, and he was having very severe chest discomfort along with difficulty in swallowing, and he was investigated. They came with a lot of investigations in their hands and nothing found to be uh, abnormal. Every report, the gastroscopy was done, then the bronchoscopy was done, and he was having a cough. He used to try to mm, throw it away, that cough, but it was nothing comes out. And every time he says that there is something obstructing over here in my chest, and he tries to throw it away by his coughing, and it was not getting settled. People have labeled it, it is like a globus hystericus, or it is hysterical according to the practitioners or according to the gastroenterologists. When I thoroughly saw the whole case, there was a history. He was a chronic tobacco smoker, tobacco chewer. Second important thing, he used to work, he was having his tea stall, and he himself used to be a tea addict. He used to drink nearly about 10 to 12 cups of tea in a day. That was his earlier history. But since last 3 to 3 years, he was suffering from such a severe trouble, and he has stopped working. He was in bed, he was in house and not going anywhere. There was weakness. He has lost interest. He becomes apathetic and never have that enthusiasm, strength over there to look after the business. And every time he used to get more trouble at night. As the day advances, the trouble used to get more and more, and in the evening it is too much. And he used to, whenever he used to lie down, it gets aggravated. Then he used to sit, then he used to go to the basin and to cough it out, and tries to remove that by his fingers, but nothing was coming out, and he suffered a lot. So this was a typical dyspepsia with something lump sensation over there, and I was very much confirmed about the remedy. So I was damn sure regarding the Abies Nigra, because that time in 1994-95 I was Borix prescriber. That was the thing. I used to love a lot with Boric, and that's why immediately struck to my mind. Yes, this is Abies Nigra features, because there is sensation of a lump as if something is obstructed over there. Patient tries to throw it away. Patient comes a lot in order to take that away. The remedy for dyspepsia in aged persons, and chronic remedy, depicting remedy. So all features were there in my mind. So I immediately started with the Abies Nigra 30 in repeated doses. This remedy you can repeat. I started repeating Abies Nigra. I asked him to meet me after a week. And this is the first time when he met me after a week. He said, Doctor, my cough has nearly about 90% recovered. And basically, the sensation which was there, I was feeling that there was something that has gone, that has disappeared. I don't know whether it goes in downward direction or upward direction, but now nothing remained over there. Such a wonderful remedy, the Abies nigra is there for dyspepsia of old persons. It is the constriction of esophagus, constriction of trachea, constriction of bronchial tubes. This is very typical with sensation of obstruction, as if a foreign body or hard-boiled egg obstructed over there, the choking sensation which happens to be there. So this remedy one must understand properly. Boric has very nicely mentioned. So my suggestion is that open your Boric's Matra Medica. It is a black spruce. So Abies Nigra is a black spruce. See, first sentence is very important for us. A powerful and long acting remedy. To start with the chapter, he says it is a long acting remedy. It is not short acting remedy. In various forms of disease, whenever the characteristic stomach symptoms are present. Most of the symptoms are associated with gastric disturbances. So, center of action is a gastric or stomach. In dyspeptic troubles of aged, underline this, given already given in italics, but underline this. Aged persons who are suffering from dyspepsia, who are suffering from the problems in swallowing, eating, this is a wonderful, wonderful remedy. See, the another part of it is very important. In dyspeptic troubles of aged with functional heart symptoms. So there is no pathology in heart. The symptoms patient might get palpitation, sometimes there is bradycardia more commonly, very occasionally there is tachycardia associated with that, and it is associated with the dyspepsia, difficulty in swallowing. So this is very typical. And why? Causative factor C, also after tea and tobacco. Tea and tobacco are very important causative factor as well as aggravating factors in Abies nigra. Constipation, pain in external meatus, that is one more feature which one must not forget. Head is hot with flushed cheeks. Patient is low spirited. He lost the spirit because of illness. Dull during the day, wakeful at night. Dull during day because he never gets sleep at night. His troubles gets aggravated at night, and that's why he remains wakeful at night. Unable to think, difficulty in comprehending, difficulty in thinking is one more important feature of the Abies nigra. So, stomach symptoms, the dyspepsia, specifically of the old age, associated with the choking sensation in stomach, with functional heart symptoms, and specifically of old people, this remedy is a wonderful remedy. Stomach, the pain in stomach always comes on after eating. Sensation of lump that hurts as if hard-boiled egg had lodged in the cardiac end of stomach. Continual distressing constriction just above the pit of stomach as if everything were knotted up. So this is very typical constricted sensation in the upper lower end of the esophagus, very characteristic of this remedy. This is as if a esophageal structure, this is as if there is some foreign body in the esophagus. That type of sensation is quite commonly present over there. There is total loss of appetite in the morning, but great craving for the food at noon and night. This is characteristic modality. In the morning, there is loss of appetite, but in the afternoon and evening, the appetite gets increased and patient becomes hungry over there. There is offensive breath and eructation. So breath is offensive, there are eructations, but very typical is the sensations, and that is sensation of hard-boiled egg as if lodged over there at the cardiac end of stomach. Chest, painful sensation as if something were lodged in the chest and had to be cupped up. Lungs feels compressed, cannot be fully expanded. So patient tries to remove that some foreign body sensation for as if there and tries to cup it out. Worse by cupping, the water brush succeeds the curve. So whenever patient tries to cuff, the water brush comes up and it touches, it hurts the throat. Water brush means garad. Upon in Marathi we can say garad. Choking sensation in throat, dyspnea worse by lying down. Sharp cutting pain in the heart. Heart's action is heavy and slow. Tachycardia as well as bradycardia. Some patients might get tachycardia, some patients might get bradycardia. In some patients, sometimes there is bradycardia as well as sometimes there is tachycardia. But all those symptoms are functional heart symptoms. Back, the pain is pain in small of back. What is small of back? Small of back is nothing but the belt area. This is the sacroiliac articulation. That area is specifically the small of back. So pain in small of back, rheumatic pains and aching in bones, sleep wakeful and restless at night with hunger, bad dreams. Fever, alternate heat and cold, chronic intermittent fever with pain in stomach. Modalities worse after eating. Relationship compare lump in stomach, the china, the bryonia, the pulsatilla. Also other conifers like thuja, the sabina, the cypressus, painful indigestion, and also the nux vomica and calicarbonicum. So this is a wonderful remedy for dyspepsia, specifically of aged with heart complaints. One must not forget the Abies nigra. Dose as described by Boric is the first to 30 potency, but my suggestion is always to go for 30. It's better potency generally. You can repeat it as well. When occasionally you can go more than that, up to 200. But this remedy is very, very, very useful remedy in chronic tobacco chewers or chronic tea addicts. In them, where dyspepsia is marked, associated with functional or symptoms, associated with the same choking sensation in the chest, and patient wants to cut that out, the Abies nigra is first remedy should strike your mind. So one more small remedy from fourth year syllabus we have finished today. So two from the Abies, the Abies canadensis and Abies nigra we have finished, and both of them are conifers. So very important remedies from practice point of view, which we are learning in fourth year, and all those matters a lot in our clinical practice. So my suggestion is that you concentrate on those remedies, read them again and again, so that it becomes part and parcel of your brain, and then you can catch them intuitively very easily. So that's all for today. Thank you, and meet again tomorrow with one more remedy from the fourth year syllabus. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Right, sir. Good night, sir.